Welcome back. Now we're doing dinner. We did dessert first with a cantaloupe lime salad. Now you're making it.
Barramundi.
Barramundi.
Yeah. Barramundi, which is like sea bass. And before we went off the air just a minute ago, my friend Meredith used the wrong word. It's not cheap.
Inexpensive.
Inexpensive is the word we use here.
Inexpensive.
I understand that there's issues.
Hey,
I understand there's issues with the journalist pay, but let's not use the word cheap.
Okay,
anyway,
sorry.
it is. It's very, very inexpensive, and you can find it in the market here in town as well. We obviously have been a we sell it, but it's a wonderful. This is a Trident product. Trident makes this piece, and it's wonderful. It eats like sea bass. You know, basically looks like sea bass, and it's a lot less inexpensive. So it's a good way for you to experience something like that. And what we're going to do with it. We're going to make a nice little tomato basil salsa, which, you know, a lot of folks would say, how does this go together? This goes together wonderfully. And what I've done is I've taken a tomato and I've just taken the meat out and the seeds. Okay, so basically you just cut it in half, quarter it, just put your knife through there and get all that out of there. I'm going to have Meredith add the onions. We're going to put some chopped red onion, put about half of those.
I love that your spatula has little hearts on it.
That's like some from the Heart Foundation.
No,
so
you said just half.
Yeah. It's okay. She's gonna do what she wants anyways. So you've learned that today, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I know that.
And you're gonna mix that up in there. Here, let me get that out of there because I had that in there for an example and we didn't use that. So you're gonna mix that up in there, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a little bit of chopped basil to this.
Okay.
Okay. And again, this is something that again. All these recipes today are real fresh. I mean, you notice there's hardly anything. A little salt and pepper, that's about it, okay?
Yeah.
On the barramundi, just a little bit of salt and pepper into some olive oil in the pan.
Can ask you what you're cooking it in.
Yeah, it's olive oil,
okay.
yeah. Okay. And, okay, so now you've got this going. You're going to put a little bit of squeeze of lime in there.
Okay.
And we're going to work on this because down the road I want Meredith to start doing all the lime work so that her hands smell like lime.
I will definitely. I will do it right now.
Okay.
There's lime work and then
there's lime work,
yeah.
Okay, now we're going to get that to where it's mixed up really nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And this just is so pretty. I'm all about presentation.
I know you are. I'm trying not to get
gorgeous.
Steve's suit all dirty and
greasy.
I'm going to have to get him an apron of some sort. Or
I do need
something that, wow.
He doesn't need an apron. He never does any of that mixing.
Do you need it, Steve, or do you just want it? That's the question. So, do you just want to do something like that? Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit of kosher salt and black pepper to it, okay? But you're going to mix it up. Now, the last thing you want to put in this is you want to put a little bit of rice wine vinegar, okay?
Oh, okay.
And that's just going to kind of add a little tartness to it. Mix that all together. Now, this is another thing, that's another thing you can put together, put it in your refrigerator, and it can sit there and be ready to go, okay? All right, so now we've got our salsa made. Now our fish. Like I said, this is the Trident Barramundi, and this will cook in, a matter of 6 minutes or so, okay?
Okay.
So about 3 minutes aside. You want to flip it over, just let it set. Again, fish is kind of like the beef story I was telling you a while back. You want to kind of brown it, but you don't want it to get all crazy. Now, one of the things you're going to do towards the end, just going to quarter a lime. And I just like to squirt a little lime in there and put the whole piece back in and just let it finish off in there, okay? Kind of move that around. It'll sizzle a little bit and make your friends and family think you're doing something really crazy. Crazy good, but it's crazy good.
I know.
So you can catch it on fire.
Yeah.
I was the girl before you that would buy stuff pre-made and throw away the containers and put it in a pan.
Yeah, what is that?
I mean, this is my life.
This is who I am. Accept it. So, but the good thing about this time of year, lots of good fish out there, lots of fresh fruit. Use fresh fruit. And if you've noticed over the last few weeks, we've used a lot of cucumbers, which people usually have a lot of in the garden.
Yep.
And Steve's got some rain now, so that works out well. And tomatoes. Okay, so these are things you have around your house. These are things that are inexpensive to you right now. So these are things you want to do. Okay. So we're gonna pull our fish out.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question that I think you'll know.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the spot though.
Okay.
What kind of wine would you drink with this?
Oh, I knew you would ask me that. A nice red would go well with it. Really? I'm not a big wine guy.
Yeah.
I probably should be, but I'm not. I do know that I did hear a friend of mine tell me once that this is not a Chardonnay type dish.
Okay.
So does that help?
More of a red wine.
More of a red wine, yeah.
That does help.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of folks take a lot of your recipes and use them for dinner parties. And
yeah,
such,
and we probably need to do more of that matching. But there you go. You get a really nice dish out of it. Again, the barramundi is real, and again from Trident, the barramundi is very, very firm when you cook it.
Right.
So you don't have a lot of problems with it. One of the things people don't like about fish is having to cook it. They're afraid of it.
I am really afraid of it.
This is a good way to.
Getting better though.
So next week, a little chicken Mediterranean salad or Mediterranean chicken salad.
Oh, wonderful.
Here we go, folks.
All right. Well, Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you for so much time. It's good to see you,
We
Steve.
appreciate it. Again, go to YouTube. If you missed anything, you can get a pen and paper and write down all the ingredients there. And, of course, our Facebook pages. We'll be right back.